Hey, so here I am in the wonderful country of Scotland, and we are in East Kilbride in an area called St Leonard. And the property we've just looked at, not me, I didn't find it, this guy here found it, Nabil, he found it.
Hi there.
That's Nabil, everybody. So Nabil found this amazing property in East Kilbride, St Leonard's area, a little 3-bed terrace. The property is on the market for 120, and the home report's coming back. Do you know the thing is, properties in Scotland have to have home reports, and they give a valuation to the property, so you can get a really good understanding of how much properties are actually worth before you even go out and view them, without having to do sort of search for comparables. They do it all for you, and it's on a home report. It's great. It also gives you a bit of a survey and a bit of a structural report on the building as well, so you know what needs doing. Now, this property is on the market for 120. We know we can get it for around about 110, hopefully. Maybe not, we'll see. We'll take it from there. But the home report valuation is coming back at, how much was it?
125.
125. Now, it is a good little opportunity to just buy and hold, but we have been told, we've spoke to several letting agents and estate agents in the area. We know the property will rent out for £750 a month quite easily and very quickly. For instance, the last property very close by that rented out by this company, they had 95 applications for rent. 95 applications for rent, and it rented out the same day it completed. Now, purchasing of it, with regards to the end valuation, we know after speaking to a couple of agents that the end value is going to be around 140, 145, but that's sort of maximum, because there's been houses selling nearby for about 150, 155, but they have garages. This doesn't have a garage, okay? So we're very confident we can buy it for between 110 and 120, and the end value after doing a little bit of work will be about 140, 145. Now, the work that's required is minimal, literally £2,000-3,000 for a bit of laminate flooring, tidy up a few carpet edges, and tidy up the kitchen a little bit, and then it is good to go. Listen, I didn't find it, Nabil found it, and he is finding property deals all over Scotland.
Oh, plenty. I can find some good deals all day long. Yeah, no problem. Although it's a difficult market. I mean, it is actually a buoyant market. There is a lot of demand on in terms of investors looking for property, and big demand for the rental market as well. So the property gets snapped very quickly here. For one property, there is 20 buyers.
Yeah, it's just crazy. One property, 20 buyers. Like, the market is booming. And do you know what? The rental income that we're achieving on properties up here for £100,000 is crazy. Like, you're talking rental income of £650, £750, £800 per month for houses that are £120,000, £100,000 and cheaper. Like, it is such a good market. And do you know what? Although I'm Scottish, I've never invested in Scotland, which is a bit it's a bit crazy. So we're going to be sticking some of these deals out to our investors and see what they think to them, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so we're off to the next viewing, and the next viewing is in the west end of Glasgow city centre. Now, as with most cities in the country, the west end is always the more lucrative and the more expensive area. Now, this property we're going to view is a 4-bedroom HMO. Wait, tell me some of the numbers on this property. It's on the market for how much?
So this property, and well, just to retract the area, as you say, West End is very demanding. The property gets snapped overnight there. So this HMO, which is actually former HMO, is on the market for 265 offer over. Yeah. And the home report stands at 295.
Okay.
Room on this area will rent, depending on the standard, but in between 550 to 650 without the bills.
Do you know, interesting, Nabil just told me this and I wasn't aware of this. In Scotland, HMOs, the norm is the tenants pay the bills, not the landlord. So that rental income of 550 to 600, like that's like how much higher level of profit than say down in England. With regards to the council tax, do tenants pay the council tax or does the landlord pay it?
If the property is classed as a student,
yeah,
then it's the same rules apply as in England.
Yeah, so no council tax. That's great. With regards to HMO, if this is a 4-bedroom HMO for working professionals, who would be liable for the council tax? Is it the landlord or would it be the people that are actually staying in the rooms?
I would say it will be the people still staying in the room.
Oh wow, so listen, no bills, like good. So all the landlord has got to worry about is the mortgage, the insurance, and that's it really, and maintenance. They haven't got to worry about gas, electric, utilities, and anyone that runs HMOs will know this. Bills add up, like seriously, because what you find is HMO tenants can be the middle of summer, but they'll still have the heating on full, and then the winter comes and the heating's on even cranked up even more, and the bills can come in quite expensive, and it really eats into your profit. So I'm getting a little bit interested and excited about properties in Scotland. What about yourself, Nabil? Are you?
I've always been excited, and I've also been comparing the English market to the Scottish. I'm in Scotland. And I can see here it's much safer for a point of view of a buyer or potential investors to invest on here because we have the security of the home report, which is provided by the actual seller or even the market, the property goes on the market, and the rental here is astronomical, and the demand and the capital appreciation, so it ticks a lot of boxes here investing in Scotland. It's a beautiful country. It's got a lot of history. Of course, the weather is not as good as we would like, but you know, that's what makes Scotland anyway.
Listen,
great place to invest.
You can't have it always, right? So all we're really interested in is forget the weather. You want nice weather? Use all that money you're going to make from property to go and live it up somewhere for a month, a year, or whatever. Right now, today this HMO, I'm excited. We've got 4 or 5 other properties after this to do. Nabil was talking to me earlier about a landlord he's got who's got over 90 properties. Now the good thing with Nabil is he's been doing a lot of market research, he's been doing a lot of marketing locally using various techniques, and he's got a lot of direct to vendor stuff, a lot. And it's just crazy what's going on up here. It really, really is. So I'm excited. Let's wait and see what happens for the rest of the day. Welcome to Scotland. Okay, so on the way to this HMO, having a little conversation with Nabil, and he's just given me this very important fact that you really, really need to know about if you're going to invest, particularly in HMOs in Scotland. Go on, Nabil, what is it?
The difference here is for an HMO, you really need a license. Any above 3 tenants in a property who are not related to each other, you need to be compliant and have the property as an HMO and apply for a license if you wish to operate as an HMO.
And do you see that as a good thing or a bad thing?
I would say it's a good thing in terms of for the tenant, for the security of the tenants, and you know, peace of mind for the investor as well.
Yeah,
I would say.
I would say the higher the barrier to entry, the better. And I'm all for HMO licensing. And the good thing being is it's across the whole country. So if you've got more than 3 tenants from a different household living in the same property, you have to have a HMO license. And that means higher barrier to entry. And that means you can charge more. And that means the properties are worth more. And that means it stops all of the cowboys coming along, running shitty little HMOs and undervaluing what you do as a responsible, honest landlord. Okay, so we've just come to view this HMO, and the HMO here, that's that big building behind me, okay, and it's a little 4-bed HMO, and it's in the west end of Glasgow. Now look around us, like listen, that behind me is the main road into Glasgow city centre, and I think that's the agent just showed up on my right hand shoulder, but look, that is the main location the main road into Glasgow city centre. So like from a location point of view, it's absolutely banging. It's a brilliant location. Now it's that building there right above my head. It's that building there, and it's on the market. It's been valued at £295,000, but we're talking about buying it for £230,000. So let's go and have a look inside and see what it looks like. Okay, so we just viewed this like humongous, seriously large. It's as you can see, looks like we're in an industrial commercial unit, but the property is like seriously huge. I mean, look at that stairwell up there for 3. What do you think, man?
Oh, brilliant! It's got so much potential. This property has a lot of space are actually not utilized properly.
Yeah.
Which there is a double halls. There is area which are wasted, and it could be the space could be used much more efficiently.
Yeah.
To accommodate more people, for instance.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Listen, we're walking now. This property is literally 5-minute walk to the university, 5-minute walk to the town centre. Really popular area of Glasgow, the West End area of Glasgow. Like seriously, very good property. Now, the problem I've got is I now want to buy it myself. That's the problem I've got. Because the potential here is crazy. Like the exits from this property, HMO. At the minute it's 4 bed, but that's just ridiculous. You could get 8 beds in there at least, and then also you could do it as service accommodation.
Also, yeah, this property, like you said, the reason is so cheap because we're talking about the West End here. So it's on the market for 265. We only bought at 295. Normally this property, if it was HMO still ongoing, it would have been probably 100 grand more.
Yeah.
So the reason being is because the HMO license expired. So that is the reason why it's cheaper than
normal. Yeah.
Than normal.
Listen, I think with this property, what we could do, the exits, we've got HMO, we've also got service accommodation as an exit, and I think the floor plan needs completely moving around and sorting out because there's so much wasted space. So we're going to send the floor plan to my guy who's going to look at it and take it from there. I think it's an amazing deal. Great find, Nabil, great find. Alright, okay, so we've arrived at this place in Dunbartonshire, and the property is actually on the market, and it's they're looking for offers over £70,000. But with the research that we've done, actually not me. I'm saying we. I ain't done nothing. This guy's done it all. So with the offer, with the research that Nabil's done, we can get the property. It's on the market. Offers over £70,000. But we're very confident. Actually, it's worth how much?
125.
£125,000.
But you see what's inside.
So it's very dated, but roughly what? It can't be that much. Maybe 20 grand. Like it can't be that much. Let's go and have a look at it. I'll do some video on inside. Let's have a look at it, and we'll come back to you and let you know what you think. Right, so we've got to the end of today, and you know what? We viewed six or seven houses. Some of them were no good whatsoever. One of them was like truly amazing. That was the one in the West End, and that was 260,000, 4-bed HMO. But I'm very comfortable we could put at least another 3 bedrooms in there. Really massive property, didn't you think?
Definitely, yeah. It's got so much potential, and it used to be offices. Then it's no been put, that much potential. I mean, the value is it's no that you can get much better out of this property as it stands, and there's so much space wasted. It can be used efficiently.
Yeah.
So, like Alistair said, that could easily converted as with an extra 2 or 3 potentially bedrooms, maybe 7 bedrooms.
Crazy, and it'd be really good. And the thing is, it had 2 exits. It had HMO, and also could be a very good service accommodation unit.
Absolutely.
So that's that one. The first one we viewed was in East Kilbride. It was basically just a little buy-to-let with a little bit of instant sort of profit, instant equity. We've actually managed to find a buyer for that, so we're not going to keep that ourselves. We're actually going to pass that on to an investor who is looking for just a property they can buy, hold, and get capital appreciation and get a steady sort of cash flow income.
We'll get it from day one. Yeah, that ran very quick. So as you say, 90 application on.
It's just crazy. You're going to handle that side of things through your sourcing company. Really good. And then to top it off, we had a couple more at the end of the day, possible buy, refurbish, refinance opportunities. But the thing is, the markets are so buoyant up here that the vendors are just not taking offers, and things are selling for like 10-15% above the home reports, and it's just making it a little bit more difficult. So definitely at the minute we are in a seller's market. It's the seller's turn to profit, and it's the seller's turn to enjoy the property world instead of the buyers. So how can people get in touch with you?
I'm going to put my link down below, so happy to have a chat with you guys, either on a Zoom call or on a phone call simply. So I've got my website, and you'll find all the details there, and yeah.
What's the name of your company?
World Class Sourcing Limited.
Okay, this is World Class Sourcing Limited. This is Nabil Mansour, and he is from Edinburgh, just outside Edinburgh. Specialised in Glasgow, Edinburgh, and also Aberdeen. So if you're looking for property anywhere in that part of Scotland or other place, get in touch. He also does free consultation calls. So if you're an investor and you're looking to speak to somebody and actually like say, do you know what, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for, he can help you do that. So I'll put his details in the box below. Make sure you get down there, you get connected. Listen, good guy, finding great deals, and I know he can help you. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys.